All right, so I'll start by talking about the box. Is that cool? All right. So yeah, so now we're going to talk about a game that I actually love, which is Mother 2. I wanted to show Mother 1 just as a contrast, but so this game, Mother 2, also known as Earthbound in the United States, came out, was translated furiously by a guy named Marcus Lindblom, who did a very good job. And but then Nintendo's marketing department sort of doomed the game before it came out. They released it only in this giant box at first. I think there was a small box version that came out later. And it came in this giant box because it came with the Nintendo Player's Guide, which is a beautiful book. I mean, it's got clay models of all of the enemies and some of the heroes and things that you encounter. And I really, really love that strategy guide. And it's well written too. But it was on this huge box, so it didn't have any shelf space in the actual stores. So no one saw it. And then the only marketing that they put out was sort of aimed at the boogers and farts crowd. So it was all sort of really like crass humor about trying to appeal to like, I don't even know what age group, like 5-year-olds, but 5-year-olds don't buy games. So yeah, so Nintendo's marketing really dropped the ball, and the game just failed in the United States. Sold about 200,000 copies. As compared to Mother 1, which sold like 400,000, I think, in the first week or something in Japan. It sold a lot of copies because RPG game was very popular in the 80s. So so this game also sort of got buried, but it did actually come out, and just very recently got re-released on the Wii Virtual Console. I'm gonna delete some saves real quick. Apparently I was playing as Santa at some point. I don't know why. I don't play this game on an actual Super Nintendo too often because I like to be able to put systems to sleep, but it's super fun to come back to every now and then. Oh, here's a decision point. This is a big decision point. I'm gonna go with mint flavor because I like how it looks. In the background, you'll hear a weird sound sample. It's a distorted version of the Monty Python intro. Here, we'll name this guy Ben. No, wait. We're gonna name this guy You. Because this is gonna become a second-person game right now. We'll name this girl. I'm also used to speedrunning this game now. And when you speedrun the game, you name everyone single letters. So I'll give them real names so that you guys can deal with meaningful text. This guy's name is Mike. Pretty plain, ordinary names. My pet, also, so ever since the first time I played Earthbound, it's always named Batman. And the favorite food, as mentioned in my Mother 1 playthrough, is pills. My favorite thing, oh yeah, they added this in Earthbound. So I'm gonna say my favorite thing, Double Fine. All right. So now we're ready to go. So we won't meet any of those other characters in this run, in this like first like hour of the game. So this is another game sort of about America. Theoretically, it takes place, if you wanted to like get really timeliney, it takes place 10 years after the ending of Mother 1, but it's hard to assume that they're in the same universe for a few reasons. Although it does have the same villain between them. But it's worth mentioning that he's like an all-powerful space monster, so it's potentially possible that he went to another Earth-like planet. I'm not going to get too into dumb Earthbound theorycraft right now. But anyways, this game, I played it back in the 90s as a kid. I didn't play Mother 1 when it came out, pretty obviously. Very few people did in the United States, but I did play this game when it first came out, and it really, I just find it really charming. They added a single button, so I don't have to bring up that menu all the time. I can press the L button to skip through a lot of stuff. There's a really nice palette swap trick to turn lights on and off a lot of the time. Hey bro, that sound wake you up? Were you freaked out? I'm gonna try and not go too fast through this, but my hands are gonna guide me sometimes, and I'll just talk over it. So I got a cracked bat, I'm gonna equip it. Don't need it for a little while, but hey, don't wanna forget. Because this game, like Mother 1 before it, can punish you. You don't seem scared. Are you nuts? All right, she tells me to go change into my pajamas. Oh, I forgot, I can skip that. You don't have to change into your clothes if you just ignore your mom, but I'll eat the time so we can see Ness's default outfit. Here's a dog, you can talk to him. Yeah, this game is a much more cohesive experience. Dogs don't just talk, they talk in parentheses, like real dogs. These cops are jerks. Sharks are running wild in town. You kids are wandering around and I'm hungry. I hate my job. It's a pretty nice, he's a super smiley cop who hates his job. Hey, don't you know what time it is? These cops don't really care about what I'm doing. Let me go get this bread roll right here. There's a bread roll inside. You takes it. This guy's pretty cool. Hey you, hiya buddy. A meteorite fell down and went boom. It was a real mess for a while. This is one of your only 3 neighbors who lives, or 2 neighbors I guess, who lives out in the suburbs of the small town of Onett. I also want to tell you, whoops, I almost told you about my, by the way you, did you check my billboard? I wrote the message myself. That's my real job, you know, I'm a billboard guy. You can check out his work. Treasure Hunter. This is your ex Agarette's house. He's so proud of that sign. Anyway. This guy over here is Pokey, which is a mistranslation. His name's supposed to be Porky, which is fixed by the guys who fan translated Mother 3, which we'll get to in a minute. But he's your neighbor and he's a jerk. And his name's supposed to be Porky, and you can tell in Mother 3 because everything that... Oh, I don't want to talk about that. Let's just say his name is supposed to be Porky. But they went with Pokey because I guess that's more American. I really like Ness's diagonal walking sprites, but I really don't like his left and right walking sprites. They're really crude, but we'll live with it. There's my mom. Welcome home, you. It's not necessary to talk about it tonight. It's late. Scoot off to bed. Sure. All right. So we go back to bed. A meteorite has landed in our town, and the cops have it under control, it seems. Although, oh no, someone is waking us up. He's playing Shave and a Haircut 2 bits on the door. My mom's upset. We can talk to her. She's just going to say that she's upset about all this sound. And here's Porky again. Hey, listen to what I've got to say. When I took Picky to the place where the meteorite landed, oh, good evening, ma'am. You're looking lovely as usual. So he's sort of like this snide neighbor, but I can't be too mad at him, even though he is a really awful person. Because he's actually abused as a child, which this game gets into really quickly. Will you help me pick up Picky? All right, yeah. Make sure to say goodbye to your mom. I'll say goodbye to her. I know the dog is unreliable, but you should take Batman along. The cracked bat in Tracy's room can help out at a time like this. So he's abused as a child, so not that forgives all actions, but it's kind of crappy. But anyway, the reason I want to bring that up is this game in particular tries to really deal with a lot of sort of social issues. There are prostitutes later, but it's not like it's not an overt like Grand Theft Auto kind of thing. Oh right, I have to try and walk outside before the phone rings. You got the problems of child abuse and the problems of unanswered prayer, which is sort of a weird one. One of the characters has a pray attack that does nothing until the end of the game. My dad's super encouraging. I like talking to him on the phone in this game. You deal with weird kid problems. If you play for too long, your dad will call you and ask you if you're all right and say you should take a break. But also, if you play for too long, something that can happen is you'll become homesick, and you'll just have little dots over your head. You'll walk really slowly. Your stats will all be really lowered, and it's not fixed until you call home, which is a super nice little charming thing that can happen. All right. So we're seeing weird psychedelic backgrounds. That was our first fight, I think. So you're seeing similar Dragon Quest style battles, but different backgrounds. I don't want to fight this crow. Oh yeah, so there's never a reason to fight anything in this game if you can avoid it. Generally, I like to edge enemies out if I can. I don't really want to fight anything that's in my way, because you're always pretty much high enough level to defeat whatever the next boss is. The way they drain your fun is by putting in these encounters. Although one person posited, I like this theory, that it's definitely not what Itoy intended, but I like it. Is that by first stepping forward and then stepping back, you're sort of showing the fear of an actual child in these kind of situations. So that was a pretty good run through there. I got in one fight with a snake and nothing else. All right, so let's go talk to Picky here, Pokey's brother. Pokey got scared and ran away. See, Pokey's kind of a jerk and a liar. Oh, but here we go. Here comes the moment where I knew that Earthbound was going to be special. Do you hear that buzzing sound? Nope. All right, you must hear it. So there's a bee sound going on. This guy shows up, and then can I turn up the music, or is it not okay? So this guy Buzz from the future. A bee I am not. All right, so I'm from 10 years in the future. He has this bit of music that only plays for him. It's Buzz's theme. I don't actually know if it's going to play here or if it only plays when he dies. Oh, here we go, yeah. Oh, God. So Itoy had a pretty big music staff working for him on this game, and this was one of the first games to try and employ like actual vibrato from instruments, and I really love this song. Yeah. So there's this sort of like thoughtful, like peaceful music, and then there's just weird 1950s rockabilly kind of stuff, and just a huge bunch of what Earth sounds like, or what America sounds like, I guess. Because again, this is supposed to be a weird parody of the American life. Do not be anxious about the future. Did you listen to what I told you? Yeah, all right. So we'll take Buzz's advice and not be too worried. But he just told us that we are destined to save the world from Gigas, who apparently destroys everything within the next 10 years. All right, so Pokey's scared. All right, we're gonna walk back to my house. Oh yeah, you can turn it back down. I have something to tell you, only you. Can you come visit me later, alone? I love this guy, because I'll show you why in a minute. He's like the first example of how weirdly dense this game is. Most RPG games, even in the Super Nintendo era, characters don't have a lot of dynamic dialogue, which like changes based on who's in your group, or you know, they'll have like one or two lines based on some sort of like global state, like the world has ended, now they say something sad. That guy has like 6 or 7 different lines just based on where you visit him in this 5-minute section of game. Buzz Buzz, you must now surrender. Hey, it's another Starman Jr. And we're gonna auto fight through it because he's not a big threat. I like this fight background because it has weird glitches where it should be looping, I guess, and it just suddenly transitions sometimes, but it does it on the beat, so it's kind of cool looking. All right, so we're just gonna let all my people attack. I didn't take Batman with me on this trip, by the way. You can not take the dog, even though your mom says you should. But you don't need him. And Buzz Buzz is just going to take this guy out in a second. Let me see what the strategy guide says about this Starman Jr. fight. All right, let's see. Here we go. He advises Ness that 3 things are of utmost importance: wisdom, courage, and friendship. All right. On the way, they're attacked by Starman Jr., one of Gigas' henchmen. Buzz Buzz protects the boys using a psychic shield during the ensuing battle, which you're seeing right now. When they defeat Jr., Buzz Buzz warns them that they'll be facing not only soldiers sent by Gigas, but also humans and animals that have been possessed by Gigas' evil forces. Well, that's not very fun writing. See, later on you get these cool, like, newspaper-style stories about what's going on in the game. And, like, weird scientific facts and the prices of what's in the bakery just drawn like it's a cookie menu and like a hat and a baseball bat. I super like that guide, but here's level up music. I receive the power of life up. My stats are based on real world things, not Dungeons and Dragons things. It's your IQ. So the guy who localized this game is this, he worked for Nintendo. It's this guy, Marcus Lindblom, and he said that when it came out, he was super sad. Oh, real quick, this room reminds me a lot of early Tim Schafer games. It's got weird, oh my God, that's right. Sorry, I'm sort of jumping around because stuff keeps popping out, but I really love the mom sprite. Anyway. So Marcus Lindblom said he was super sad when this game first came out because the reviews were kind of middling and it didn't sell very well at all, and there was no internet, so basically no one ever told him that they liked the game until years later, when he's discovered the Starmen.net and Earthbound Central and a few of those communities that just talked about this game nonstop. By the way, the dad walked off a minute ago and just beat his children. I just want to bring that up in the middle of my anecdote. It's important. She says that he's much too lenient, but yeah. Yeah, but since then, Lindblom has been meeting up with people online, and he's been contributing to interviews and things like that to anybody who's sort of curious about the development of the game. And generally a pretty cool dude about it. Oh, here we go. We get to hear Buzz Buzz's theme again, without the buzzing sound. Oh, I just remembered. Listen to my final words. Anyway, so right around here, I knew this game was going to be like a funny game, but it was going to have a weird possibility for like sudden interesting things. Not just weird, but you're given like the sort of traditional quest to go to these 8 places. Yeah, I understand. But just the sensitive touch to create a very simple piece of music like that really made me happy. It is an awesome item. Do you want me to hear the story one more time? Defaults to yes. As a kid, I probably went through that like 6 times. But he just says the same thing over and over again. All right, so let's talk to the dad again real quick. I'm so tired, nag, nag, nag. The dad mentioned earlier that he's loaned my father probably $100,000 or more, which is, and he wants us to move away. That dad's a real jerk. And he doesn't realize what his actions are causing. So I'm gonna go home. Oh yeah, here's one of the first fourth wall breaking moments where a man shows up to take your picture. He does that at a few important parts in the game, say Fuzzy Pickles. That's where that, I don't know if you've ever seen those 2 words together, but that's where people are, that's what they're referring to. All right, so let's talk to my mom. Oh, you're back, don't bother yourself with talking now, you look tired. Mothers understand these things. Eat some pills and scoot up to bed. All right. She's the best mom ever. Just pills crazy. All right. So now we're gonna go to the first town. I really like that chill music in my house. But there's no time. We got a town to save. Do-do-dee-doo. In the library, you can get a map. I'm not gonna waste my time. I don't need a map. Next to this dirty kid, there's a secret passage up to a treehouse. There's some more pro tips, guys. More pro tips. You can talk to this guy, and he'll give you his Mr. Baseball cap. I know you've wanted it for a long time. It's the best cap for someone really brave like you. It's really nice. I got the Mr. Baseball cap. Mr. Baseball cap makes some of these fights a lot easier. But the speedrunning community discovered that it's also kind of valueless. And what you should do instead is go and sell it. First, I need to get a burger out of this trash can. There's a hamburger inside. I'm next to the burger shop. So that's where that came from. Talk to this. Oh wait, don't talk to him yet. I hurt his feelings by not talking to him yet. First, I have to withdraw $40. If you can't tell, I've played this game a few times. I want the T-ball bat. I think. Yeah, I want the T-ball bat. Equip it. I want to sell Mr. Baseball cap. All right, 1 second. I need a regular baseball cap. And a cheap bracelet, which is the most expensive thing he sells. All right, now we are ready. We are ready to go stop some gang violence, which is my first goal. Hey, is this dude Everdred? A girl named Jess lives in Tucson. Her mother runs a preschool out of their home. That guy has a very similar sprite to Everdred, who is a gang leader. All right. All right, so I'm gonna go down here, past the hospital. By the way, I'm snaking my way through this town so that I avoid encounters. Because as mentioned, they're pointless. All right, so I'll talk to this guy. Because if I don't, some people later won't fight me. So we're gonna auto-fight this pogo punk. Well, Made short work of him. Man, if I was actually speedrunning, I would be so excited right now. I'm getting smashes and no encounters, all kinds of stuff. This guy's mad that I just fought that guy. Oh, on the arcade machines in the background, you'll see Donkey Kong on some of them. It's a dumb detail. All right. Another hamburger. Level 4. I think I should hit level 5 right after the 2 fights from now. Oh wait, he asked me if I want to be a member and he said I can't until I finish Earthbound. So I'm gonna say no. And he tells me not to be such a snob and then he fights me. The Hula Man. The Yes Man Jr. Alright. Alright, here we go. Time for a serious boss fight. So I'm gonna heal. Because this guy can destroy me. I could be losing right here. There's this weird robot. Can I look at it? Looks like quite a piece of work. Alright, I'm gonna talk to him. I'm Frank. You are? Can't you at least say your name? It's a weird thing. He's brandishing knives at a child. It's fine. Bash Frank. Okay, he hit me. Hit him again. I'm gonna heal, because I think he's going to attack me. Yep. Frank became tame. Wow, I'm doing a really good job, you guys. Level 5, it's so pretty, that music. And then, and now you think you did it, you beat that boss, but they throw another boss at you right now, the Frankenstein Mark II, which implies that he's built other Frankensteins. Anyway, I'm gonna beat this, I'm gonna dismantle this gang, and then I wanna go show you guys something kinda cool that I love about the early part of this game. Oh wait, I didn't heal. I'm gonna die. No. Oh, all right. Oh, one interesting mechanic here is you have a rolling health counter, which if you heal before you would die, you get to keep whatever health you would have lost. Like, you don't die, you stay alive. Or if you finish the fight, your health counter stops ticking. Things like that, it's a really weird mechanic. And it almost never works, but when it does, you feel awesome. I won. All right. This is my first defeat. What's some other interesting stuff about Mother? So this was originally going to be a regular Famicom game. Famicom, and they canceled it pretty soon after, or they didn't cancel it, they decided to move it to Super Nintendo pretty soon after that. And then they sort of spent a bunch of time working on this, and they got to a point where they thought they were almost done, but the game was super buggy, and Nintendo wanted the game to come out a little sooner, so they added on a second development team, which was the Halken team. I think also known as HAL Laboratories, or it might be some modification of the HAL Laboratories team. And the programming lead on that team at the time was Satoru Iwata, who is now CEO of Nintendo. So there you go. That's fun. See, even you could work on Earthbound and become a CEO of one of the largest game publishers in the world. I don't know. It's nice to see people like that who actually worked on stuff. Let me go talk to the mayor real quick. I'm Mayor B.H. Perkle. B.H. stands for bald head, according to Marcus Lindblom. You want a key to the Touring Entertainer Shack? Yeah, I'm sort of skipping some stuff. But anyway, he, like a good politician, he makes sure that he will have no responsibility if he gives me that key. What'd she say? You look like someone who's gonna do something big. Everybody's so positive in this game. I just love lots of snakes and stray dogs. Is the mayor going to let them just run around doing whatever they want? I'm here to protest. All right, so this game, I don't talk to most of the people anymore, having played this game so many times, but it's fun to just check stuff out. Mondai nashi, there's no problem here. If you play these games in Japanese, you'll read Mondai nashi a lot, because you're gonna check every little nook and cranny for hidden items, and most of the time they won't be there. I want to walk back up to my house real quick, because I want to show you something at my... Remember that weird neighbor I mentioned earlier? He's got some weird stuff going on. Oh, here we go. I'm going to kill this crow. There's another cool mechanic that Earthbound has. Unlike Mother 1, which had random encounters, in this one, things actually become afraid of you, and they run away. And sometimes when they're doing that, you will just instantly win the fight and get experience anyway. Had a better respect for you as a person. So real quick, I want to go up to this dude's house. So there's this guy. I'm doing this because I trust you. First, let's go to the basement. I can tell a look on your face. You don't want to hang out, do you? That's all right. After all, we are not even related. I know you think I'm a big liar, but maybe I'll surprise you. So my choice is now I choose to follow this guy into his astonishingly weird cave basement that apparently he's been digging. So I like this because this is a completely optional piece of story, but it's pretty well scripted for like a piece of optional content. You're the only one. He's going to show me what he's got in here. And it's this golden idol. The golden statue is glowing strangely. If this is a sign of what lies below, I just need a little time. My destiny is to find and dig up the buried treasure. I'll eat garlic and work out to help strengthen myself. He tells me to go home. I'm getting in the way of his work. Anyway, so that statue actually shows up a bunch of times in the game. And for now, I think I want to take a break and switch up to some later portions via emulator, if that's cool. So, all right. So I booted up an emulator for now so that we can skip ahead a little bit, just because, as I mentioned, it's hard to skip around in this game on an actual cartridge. Also, I wouldn't play an emulated version of this game if you can avoid it. Or if you do play the Wii U version, the emulator they use on the Wii U has the best sound of any emulator that I've played it in. Which you wouldn't think matters, but it really gets on my nerves having played on the Super Nintendo so much. So I'm in a city called Foreside, which is another weird bit of perspective that's shown on the world. It's got these huge tall buildings that sort of stretch the Super Nintendo's sprite blitting capabilities. We can go into this museum here and we can look at a giant dinosaur. Oh, that lady's mad because I didn't pay. Anyway, this town's called Foreside. It's the 4th town in the game. You might be able to figure out based on its name. They're all named after numbers. So here's a dinosaur skeleton. Dinosaur bones believed to be from southern Scarabia, or Scaraba. Don't ask for any details, our research is continuing. Oh yeah, now it's another photograph point. So that guy has an I Heart New York shirt on, by the way. I really love Foreside because it has really calming music. It's got a lot of sort of political drama, which you're dealing with a lot of in this game, where a guy is buying up all the local businesses and houses and basically forcing people out. But anyway, I'm gonna go to the next area. The reason that I warped to this specific point is because this is sort of the turning point in the game. Oh, here's a guy with a hint. Let's see what he says. Now wait a minute, youngster. I could give you a great hint for just $75. Sure, I've got a lot of money. Do you know about Jackie's Cafe? There seems to be something mighty suspicious behind the counter. That's it for today. If you don't talk to that guy and give him $75, you wouldn't have any idea how to do this that I'm about to do. So this cafe, which is a bar in the Japanese version, but they replaced all the liquor with coffee, although that doesn't look like coffee. This is the turning point in the game. Also, this guy's clearly not chugging a coffee, but ESRB don't care. All right. Oh, right. So I went behind the counter, and I need to look at this bottle, and what? So this next like 2 seconds is sort of where the second half of Earthbound begins. And I wanted to show it because it's also where they start abusing the hardware and their art styles a lot more, and basically it gets super fun to look at. You also start to deal with more internal struggle at this point and self-doubt. You eventually go to the inside of Ness's mind. You go to his magic hand. And in there, all the bosses are there, and they just talk about how they're disappointed in you and how they're really sad you beat them up and things like that. Level up music again. You level up a lot in these games. It's kind of gratifying. So yeah, so that town I was in, I'm now in a modified version of it called Moonside, where there are these like blonde surfer guys who warp you to random places, and there's invisible collision all over the place, and everything's neon and crazy, and you fight little fires and you fight abstract art. Anyway, just wanted to show Moonside a little bit so people know that if they started up Earthbound and they thought, man, this game's weird, and then they quit after like 4 or 5 hours and didn't get here, they clearly, here, I'll fight some abstract art just because it's fun. If you got to this point, if you didn't get to this point, you haven't seen how weird this game gets. It's interesting to talk about this game as being weird, and that's not really my favorite stuff about it. I actually love the sort of literary approach that's taken to a lot of the main character struggles. Here, I have to talk to this guy to warp. While also being very clearly a video game. Like, this game as a book is nonsense. Even more nonsense than it is as a game. I'm gonna try and run. See if it'll let me run. See, that's why I never run in this game, because it just never works. It never ever works. All right. So yeah, there's all these blonde dudes who warp you different places, and that's how you get around in this area, is you talk to them, and we can go to like the hotel and talk to people, and this is the Dark Moon Hotel. 1 sleep period is $150. Do you want to sleep? If you say yes, you're actually going to try to stay up. Oh, by the way, so yeah, in Moonside, no means yes. It's dumb little tricks, but it's an important, weird point, because you have to pay attention to the menus. Picked up the receiver. I'm gonna call my dad. I wonder if I can call him from here. Oh yeah. Okay. So anyways, this is essentially Earthbound. I'm gonna stop now and tell some stories about what happened after Earthbound. Earthbound is, as mentioned, Earthbound Mother 2 is like my favorite game pretty much ever. There's only one game I really like a lot more than that, and that's Mother 3, which we'll transition into after we watch some footage of the beta version of it that got canceled.